Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We begin with Clement Lenglet, as Barca will try to loan out the defender as permanent transfer seems impossible. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that Xavi have called up 16-year-old new recruit to the first team training. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very much welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Throughout the summer, Barcelona have been making great efforts to try and offload Clement Lenglet permanently. The Frenchman is back after a moderately successful loan spell at Tottenham Hotspur, but has no place in Xavi's plans at Barca. Furthermore, his €16 million wages this season make it a matter of urgent importance for the La Liga champions to sever ties with him and get rid of his wages amidst their financial fair play problems. For the longest period, it appeared that a move back to Tottenham Hotspur permanently could materialize, with both clubs being locked in negotiations, but they proved unfruitful and Lenglet continues to remain in Barca. Saudi Arabia also appeared like a viable destination for him, but the player remains insistent on continuing in Europe, which meant that the avenue was closed as well. As such, CG the Juan of Sport is now reporting that Barcelona believe that selling Lenglet permanently this summer is practically impossible. Talks with Tottenham did not yield the desired result due to multiple factors, one of which was Barcelona's €15 million transfer fee demands, which the Premier League club were unwilling to meet, as they would also have to cover the players' full wages. As was the case with Tottenham, there are not many clubs that are willing to pay the Catalans a fee and meet the players' wages at the same time, making a permanent departure unviable at this point. As such, the Blaugrana see the possibility of a loan exit as more viable and realistic for the former Sevilla defender. Tottenham, for one, would still be in the picture of Lenglet's signing if it would be on loan, while there are some other clubs who could look to take him on a temporary basis. Barcelona would ideally prefer for Lenglet's full salary to be paid by the club that signs him on loan, but chances of that happening are very slim. They hope that at least a large percentage of his wages is off their books at best. The Catalans hope to find a solution for Lenglet's situation at the earliest, as his exit would help the club with their fair play issues. Of course, it's still a big problem seeing that Lenglet is still at Barca till now, ever since the window started, and I still don't get it how Barca have been unable to get rid of Lenglet, because there was that opportunity to get rid of him, but Barca were demanding 15 million, knowing fully well that Tottenham will never pay such an amount. Tottenham were offering 5 million, and as I even said before, if I was Barca, I could have taken that 5 million. Because at the end of the day, Lenglet still has no use under Xavi's plan. So why trying to drag on negotiations with Tottenham? Because it was, for me, that was just needless. That was just crazy. You know, let's accept the fact that Lenglet have depreciated, and there is no way we can take up to 15 million for him. Because Tottenham were doing that, knowing full well that the player will not play this season for Barca. They know that Barca are desperate to cash in on him. That is why they were just giving 5 million. They knew that Barca must come and accept, but everybody was claiming to play hardball. And exactly, you can see the fact that Barca might find it very difficult now to get rid of Lenglet permanently. In fact, they are facing it difficult as I speak. Lenglet is still a Barca player. He's still a Barca player. So now we don't have much time left for the window. And yeah, we're talking about the fact that we need to get some of these players out of the books as soon as possible in order to ensure that player registrations and new signings are also made easily before the window closes. And the fact that Lenglet's still in the club and it's going to be troublesome. And that's why it shouldn't come as a surprise that Barca now are open to loaning Lenglet again. Maybe for a second time, because last season was a loan move to Tottenham. Now they are trying to look for another loan. I don't know whichever club they want to go for. But if Barca are dreaming, thinking that they'll look for a club that will pay his 100% salary, they will never say that, let's be honest. Barca must pay a portion, but at least the club trying to have that scenario where the club where Lenglet will be heading to for loan will be the one to pay majority of the salary for Lenglet. Good luck for that. Good luck to that. Lenglet has not played a single minute. Yesterday, we even got reports that he is close to being registered in La Liga. So, even he's registered, but I don't think Xavi will still call on him on some games. But at least he will make the squad list surely for the game against Villarreal on Sunday, as well as Osasuna next week. But now the question remains: will Barca cash in on him before the window closes? Then on to the next story of discussion. Since taking over the reins of Barca, Xavi Hernandez has not been shy of giving young players an opportunity. Alejandro Balde has cemented his place in the starting 11. Gavi and Pedri have grown into even more important members of the team. And now Lamine Yamal and Ace Abde appear to set to enjoy the breakthrough campaigns. There is no shortage of special talents coming through the club's ranks, and the manager has now seemingly taken a liking towards 16-year-old new signing Noah Davic. Indeed, as per Sport, Xavi has called up the 16-year-old Davic to train with the Barca first team today. The teenage German wonderkid has been joined by other young talents such as Marc Casado, Ander Astralaga, Alvaro Cortes, and Yamal, who appears set to become a full-fledged first-team member. Barca signed Davis from German club Freiburg earlier this month, beating competition from several big clubs across Europe. The German prodigy has signed a 3-year contract with the Catalans, running until 2026 and containing an enormous €1 billion release clause. A versatile attacking midfielder, the 16-year-old is capable of playing out on the flanks or even in a withdrawn role in the center of the park. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.